The first wife of Wilhelm II, German Emperor and King of Prussia, Auguste Viktoria of Schleswig-Holstein, was born on the 22nd of October 1858 in Dalzig Palace in Prussia. She was a grandniece of Queen Victoria and a niece of Prince Christian of Schleswig-Holstein, the husband of Princess Helena of the United Kingdom. Auguste Viktoria was the last German empress and Queen of Prussia. Her father was Friedrich VIII, Duke of Schleswig-Holstein, Sonderburg-Augustenburg, and her mother was Princess Adelheid of Hohenlohe-Langenburg. Auguste Viktoria was the eldest surviving child of her parents' 7 children, and she grew up with 4 surviving siblings. When she was 10 years old, in 1868, Auguste Viktoria met Prince Wilhelm of Prussia, the eldest child of the then Crown Prince and Crown Princess of Prussia. In the years that followed, Auguste Viktoria fell in love with Prince Ernst of Saxe-Meiningen and was sent to England by her parents to squash the romance. Wilhelm proposed to his cousin Elizabeth of Hesse, who turned him down. In the summer of 1878, Auguste Viktoria and Wilhelm met again in Potsdam, Prussia. The Prussians looked down on Auguste Viktoria as a possible wife for Wilhelm, due to her father not being a sovereign and the political complications from Prussia annexing Schleswig-Holstein. German Chancellor Otto von Bismarck believed the marriage would end the dispute between the Prussian government and Auguste Viktoria's father. The engagement was announced on the 2nd of June 1880, and they married on the 27th of February 1881 in Berlin. They had a happy marriage, sharing the same conservative political views and a deep religious faith. Auguste Viktoria's in-laws made her early married life hell, as they didn't think her rank was sufficient enough for the wife of a future emperor. Together they had 7 children: Wilhelm, Otto Friedrich, Adalbert, August Wilhelm, Oscar, Joachim, and Victoria Louise. 1888 became known as the year of the 3 emperors in German history. Wilhelm's grandfather, Wilhelm I, died in March. His father, Frederick III, died in June, and Wilhelm became emperor as Wilhelm II. Auguste Viktoria became the German empress and took up the roles of a consort, serving as a hostess and working with charities. It even seemed that her relationship with her mother-in-law, Victoria, improved, although Auguste Viktoria guarded her children from Victoria's liberalism. Auguste Viktoria was with her mother-in-law when she died of cancer in 1901. Auguste Viktoria had a calming and comforting effect on her husband, and she often neglected herself to care for him. The German people adored Auguste Viktoria, even more than her husband. The First World War put a terrible strain on Auguste Viktoria because it put a strain on her husband. Nevertheless, she did all she could to aid and comfort her family and the German people. Before the war ended, her health began to fail. In 1918, after her husband lost his throne, they went into exile in the Netherlands, settling in Housdorn. In 1920, their son Joachim took his own life. The family feared for Auguste Viktoria's health and told her that Joachim's death was due to an accident. Auguste Viktoria passed away on the 11th of April, 1921. She wanted to be buried in Germany, but this would have meant Wilhelm would not have been able to visit her grave. The German government agreed to the burial, but insisted that the train that transported her coffin would have to travel by night and that there would be no announcement of the arrangements. Her sons Adalbert and Oscar accompanied her remains to Germany, while her daughter stayed with Wilhelm. Despite the fact that there were no announcements about the arrangements, the 600-kilometre route through Germany was lined by people. Auguste Viktoria was buried at the Temple of Antiquity. and more than 200,000 people lined the route of the funeral cortege. Wilhelm survived Auguste Viktoria by 20 years and remarried after her death. His remains were buried on the grounds of Housdorn.